In a busy city where people walked fast and spoke little, there lived a man named Ion. Ion had everything once: a good job, friends, and dreams. But life had other plans. He lost his job. His friends slowly disappeared, and the world became silent. Not because he couldn't hear, but because no one spoke to him anymore. Every day he sat on the same bench in the park, watching people pass by, laughing, talking, living, and him just existing. One day, as he sat there, an old woman passed by him. She looked at him, stopped, and smiled. Just a simple smile. Ion was confused. Why would someone smile at me? He ignored it. But the next day, she came again, and again, she smiled. Days passed. That smile became a routine. One day, she sat next to him. She didn't ask questions. She didn't judge. She simply said, "Beautiful day, isn't it?" Ion replied after a long silence, "I guess." That was the first word he spoke to someone in weeks. The old woman, her name was Zara, didn't try to fix his life. She just stayed. Sometimes they talked. Sometimes they sat in silence. But that silence was no longer heavy. It was peaceful. One day, Zara didn't come. Ion waited for hours. For the first time, he felt something. Not sadness, but concern. Why do I care? The next day, Zara returned. Ion felt relief, something he hadn't felt in a long time. "Where were you?" he asked. She smiled and said, "See, you care." That moment hit him deeply. Someone had entered his life without forcing it. He began noticing people. He started smiling back. One day, he saw a little boy crying. Before, he would ignore it, but this time, he walked up and said, "Hey, are you okay?" The boy nodded. That small moment changed something inside him. Zara said one day, "Kindness doesn't cost anything, but it can buy everything." One evening, Zara didn't show up again. This time, she didn't return the next day either. Days passed. Ion got worried. He asked around. Finally, he found out. Zara had been visiting the park every day because she was alone too. And now, she was gone. She had passed away. Ion stood still, heartbroken. But then, he remembered something she once said: "Spread kindness, even when I'm not around." Days later, Ion sat on the same bench. But this time, he wasn't the same man. A young boy sat next to him, looking lost. Ion smiled. "Beautiful day, isn't it?" The boy looked up and smiled back. And just like that, kindness continued, not as words, but as a language. A language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Sometimes, the smallest act of kindness creates the biggest change in someone's life. Be that change.